Welcome to Studio D in the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communication on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now here's your host, Jessica Cootie.
And we welcome you inside Studio D for another spectacular edition of Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Jessica Cootie alongside Tim O'Donnell and Matthew Fresquez.
Yes, and we have the honor of having the cheer team, the Oklahoma Roughnecks, and the number 3 men's gymnastics team in the nation.
As well as the ladies of Alpha Chi Omega, the OU Palm Squad, and Isaiah Cousins.
Great audience tonight, and we also have a great show coming up for you tonight. Matt Oversee is on a 19-game hitting streak for the Sooner baseball team. He's here in Studio D. We're going to catch up with him in just a bit.
And our own Lauren Nevitt's going to take out a former baseball player, Caleb Bushyhead.
And in face-off, how many national championships can OU win this year? Me and Matt are going to debate it.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it. Well, for the first time since Blake Griffin, the University of Oklahoma, has a player on the All-Big 12 basketball team. OU senior forward Romero Osby was selected to the 5-member first team after leading the Sooners in scoring and rebounding, averaging nearly 16 points and 7 boards per game. In Big 12 play, he was second in the league, scoring nearly 18 points per conference game, scoring in double figures in all but one game, leading the Sooners in just about every way he could, including his team captain. Again, Romero Osby, your first Sooner on the All-Big 12 first team since 2009, leading the Sooners to their highest seed in the Big 12 tourney since that season. Here's a look at that bracket. OU, the 4th seed, and will face 5th seeded Iowa State. Sooners and Cyclones split in the regular season. OU, of course, would like to make a run in the tourney to lock up that NCAA berth. And football is back here in Norman. The Sooners opened up spring practice over the weekend. OU held 2 practices in the Everest Indoor Training Center. In addition to the 3 early enrollees, 3 new coaches also took the field for the first time with the Sooners. Barry Switzer making an appearance at the Sooners practice on Sunday. Check out this fur coat right here. That is awesome. Let's see if Matthew can pull that one off. Tim Kish is entering his 2nd season with the linebackers, and his group is small this spring, but by no means do they see that as a disadvantage. Simply means more time and reps for a group that's looking to make a bigger impact on the defense this upcoming season.
This is probably the closest linebacker group that I've been a part of. It seems like each year it gets closer and closer, and this is probably the closest group that I've been a part of.
Specifically with the linebackers, what are you trying to accomplish this spring?
It's really great competition. I only have 6 of them, but you know, the competition's great at each position. I moved a couple people around. You know, everybody's going to have to earn their playing time, and that's the way you want it.
We just got to come together as one and be the leaders on the field. That's what Coach Kids tells us every day. We got to be the leaders because we got a small group this year. We only got 6 of us right now, and then we got 2 coming in. But we just got to be able to go out there and lead and gain everyone's trust on the field.
Excited to have football back in Norman, and it was a busy, exciting weekend for all the other sports.
There's so much going on, and most people don't know where to start. I do. Women's basketball. They were down in Dallas in the Big 12 tournament, and they battled back from 22 points down to beat West Virginia 65-64 in the semifinals versus Iowa State. Oklahoma fell behind again, down 19 at the half. No comeback this time as the Sooners fall 79-60. With the loss, Oklahoma is most likely looking at a 7 seed in the NCAA tourney. That could easily be a 6 or an 8, just depending on how the committee sees the Sooners as of right now.
Absolutely.
Track and field, Oklahoma sent 4 teams and individuals to the NCAA Indoor Championships. The star of the show, Tia Brooks. She set a personal best, an Oklahoma program record, a collegiate record, and an NCAA championship meet record in shot put, throwing 63 feet, 3/4 inches, winning her 3rd national title. And for the Sooners, titles just keep coming. Big 12 wrestling championships. Junior Kendrick Maple defended his Big 12 title. That means he won it last year, winning 13-3, bringing home the 141-pound championship.
Still undefeated, too.
Still undefeated. The guy is a beast.
26-0.
Men's gymnastics, they're right here. They haven't won a title yet. They're going to win one a little later. They made a journey north to Ann Arbor to take on number 2 Michigan. Things didn't start off well as the Sooners were down by just under 6 points over the 3 rotations. OU responded by stepping up in the final 3 events, pulling a huge upset win. Final score, Michigan 431.25, Oklahoma 432.1.
Well, and from men's gymnastics over to the new #1 women's gymnastics team, they just continue to dominate. Sunday, they posted their 9th straight score above a 197. More importantly, they honored 3 Sooners in their final home meet on senior night. Kayla Novak, Bree Olson, and Lauren Smith. Olson competed in 4 events for OU. Smith exhibition on bars. Novak has been out with a season-ending injury. Overall, an emotional night, but the Sooners prevailed over number 9 Stanford and North Carolina. They're 19-0. And speaking of domination and number 1 teams for OU, the softball teams just continues to put up ridiculous numbers. This weekend in their 4 games, they hit 13 home runs, scored 47 runs, only allowed 2 in just 21 innings. They run-ruled Northern Colorado and Drake twice each. Lauren Chamberlain hit a couple that I thought could go forever.
One still hasn't landed.
They're 22-1 on the season. They don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. They almost make it look easy. And if there's any sport OU doesn't dominate, the OU rowing team dominated the OU Invitational in Oklahoma City this weekend. OU won 6 of their 7 races, including a perfect 6-0 against rival Kansas. Remember this weekend, a little chilly, rainy? We'll try rowing in 25-mile ends while it's cold and rainy and dominating everyone, because that's what they did. Great start to the season for them.
Doesn't matter what sport it is. If you're on water, if you're on court, if you're on some kind of mat foamy thing, you're winning.
You're winning.
Great time to be a Sooner fan right now. Coming up right after this break, we're going to catch up with the men's gymnastics team, and Matthew and Tim are going to face off. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back right after this.
Tweet of the week.
I'm James Fischilla, and you're watching Sooner Sports Pad.
And we welcome you back to Sooner Sports Pad. We are so very excited to have the men's gymnastics team here in the audience tonight. Michael Squires, ring specialist, here with us. You guys are coming off a huge upset, come-from-behind win over Michigan in Ann Arbor. How were you guys able to pull that one out?
It was really unlikely. After the first half of the meet, the first 3 events, we were down by 6 points, which in the gymnastics world is a huge amount. It's like coming back from a football game 21-0. So
wow.
We just kind of gathered our strength, went into the 4th event on rings, my specialty. And we were just like, well, we're just going to go at it with all we have, and whether we win or lose, we're going to go out knowing that we tried our best, and that was enough.
Well, how big was that win for this team, kind of facing a little bit of adversity, coming back as you're kind of winding out the regular season?
It's a huge motivation boost, just because Michigan's a top team, and we knew that coming in that it was going to be really tough. So I think we can carry this momentum into the last stretch of the season.
Raymond White, well, Nationals right around the corner. What does this team need to focus on so that you guys can bring back that 9th national title?
Well, I think that with the new judging system, we definitely need to just hit the routines that we have and hit them perfectly. So just as many flawless things as we can keep.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. You can check them out here in Norman. Their last home meet is coming up Saturday, March 23rd, 7 o'clock against Ohio State. Go check them out, guys. They would love your support. Okay. It's time for Sooner Sports Pad Face-Off. Unfortunately, the men's basketball team didn't finish out the regular season as much as like they had hoped to. Some say that they really need to make run in the tournament to secure that NCAA berth. So we want to ask you, what is the effect of that loss to TCU in moving forward for this team? Matthew, you're first.
Well, the loss to TCU is a bad loss, but it could actually help OU in the long run. You're looking at a team right now that's going to be fired up going into the Big 12 tournament, and right now they dropped from probably an 8 or 9 seed to around a 10 or 11, which early in the tournament could help out because now they're going to go up against a 6 seed, which OU definitely is talent-wise, and then they'd face a number 3 seed in the second round instead of a number 1 seed.
Well, I agree with you. It's a bad loss, and they dropped to 20-10, but I think this is motivation for them to keep improving. They have this game against Iowa State becomes much bigger. They're a bubble team now, which I still think they'll get in. And Lon Kruger, he's one of the best in the business. He's going to make sure they peak at the right time in the tournament so that they can upset some teams.
Well, it's an exciting time around here at OU. Lots of teams and individuals ranked in the top 10 and top 5 of their respective sports. So we want to know, how many national titles will we bring back to Norman this year? I'm going to set the over-under at 3.5. Matthew.
Over. If Oklahoma does not walk home with 5 national titles, it will be a disappointment. Softball right now is 22-1, and they run rule and shut out every single team they face, even top 25 teams. The men's gymnastics team, which is right here, just beat number 2 Michigan. They beat 10, number 9, number 5 Nebraska, number 8 Iowa State twice, number 6 Illinois, number 6 Minnesota, number 6 Cal, number 5 Ohio State, and they even beat themselves in the red-white scrimmage, and they're ranked 3rd in the nation. And then you have Chirapat Javanu, women's golf, who won it last year as a sophomore by 4 strokes when she was hitting a 73.32, I believe, and that's down to 72.
Well, I got to go with under, only because championships are tough to come by. It's all about timing and peaking at the right time. Look at Tia Brooks. Had the best throw of her career in the national championships. That won her national championship, but luck is also a huge part of it. Oklahoma softball probably should have won the national championship last year. Rain comes, and Alabama ends up beating them. Kendrick Maple, he's a Big 12 champion, undefeated headed into the NCAA tournament. He's got luck on his side. And the women's gymnastics, they've been to the Super 6 before and have come close, but like I said, the peaking and luck combined, it's got to happen. I think they get 3.
All right, well, as we mentioned, tonight's guest, Matt Oberste, with a 19-game hitting streak, but the Sooner softball team with a plethora of power hitters. Toughest question for last, guys. Who is OU's hottest hitter right now?
OU softball. Shelby Penley is unconscious right now. The last 9 games, she's 15 for 19. That's an average of 789. She has an 862 on-base percentage. She has 14 RBIs, 13 run score, 11 walks with that. She's boosted her batting average from 262 to 426, and she had two home run games this weekend.
Well, have you seen Matt Oberste's stats? He leads the team in batting average, slugging percentage, home runs, RBIs, hits. His RBIs 24. The second guy has 9. He leads the Big 12 in home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage. Was hurt for a lot of last year, came in the postseason, was an all Big 12 tournament guy. If the OU is the best team in the Big 12, he's definitely the best player in the Big 12 and the best hitter for sure.
Well, this one is a tough one tonight. I was going to go with Tim because he said Obi, but I got to go with Matthew in the national titles because that's what this audience wants.
I'll do this.
Tweet of the week time. I love this one. Coming from Trey Miller. Barry Switzer at practice yesterday. You guys saw the video earlier. Had on New Balance shoes, Levi jeans, and a mink fur coat. There you see it. That is just awesome. All right, coming up right after this break, Lauren Nevitt is going to join us with a feature on former Sooner Caleb Bushyhead and Matt Oberste. We said it. He's here. He's going to join us in just a little bit. We'll be right back right after this.
Sitting? Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah, there's 3 photos of him.
Special thanks to our television cornerstone partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, OU Outreach, OU Presidents Associates, and the OU Alumni Association.
Welcome back to Sooners Sports Pad. I'm Lauren Nevitt. Only 3 years ago, Caleb Bushyhead helped lead the Sooners to the College World Series. Now, Bushyhead is back, but he's helping out his old squad in a different kind of way. For Caleb Bushyhead, the dirt of L. Mitchell is home. But this season, he's looking at the diamond from a different point of view.
I've only seen the athlete side of it, and it was great, and now I'm getting a whole new perspective.
The Los Angeles Angels drafted Bushyhead last June. After playing summer ball in Orem, Utah for their Pioneer League club, he decided it was time to hang up the cleats and return back to school in the fall. Bushyhead thought he was completely walking away from baseball, but the opportunity to do color commentary put him right back in the game.
The next thing I knew, I was filling out my contract and paperwork to get it done, and here I am doing it, and I'm enjoying it.
While playing 4 years and 202 games for the Sooners, Bushyhead became no stranger to the media.
I dropped that sport in a hurry. I got out of there.
Once a very vocal player, today's Sooners feel that broadcasting is right up his alley.
You know, Bushyhead's a great guy and a great speaker. You know, he's pretty entertaining on the mic, so I think he's doing a good job, and I think all the fans like him.
Those are your best friend right there. Keep you afloat in your average, and I mean, it helps the Sooners right here too. Now,
you know what? I haven't got to hear him, but I keep, you know, of course, I'm one of those Twitter guys, and I keep hearing all the, you know, good things people are saying. So knowing Caleb, he's never been a loss for words.
Leaving a game his whole life revolved around, Bushyhead thought the transition might be hard. Now with his new gig, he's still a part of the baseball world, and he's even found a potential career path.
I mean, people keep telling me I'm good. I don't know if they're just being friendly and saying, hey, you did a good job, when in reality they don't want to just say, God, you're terrible. I'm not going to listen to that. But, I mean, I'm enjoying it, and if the opportunity arose to stay in it, then, yeah, I would love to do it.
But for now, he's just happy he can keep an eye out over his old stomping grounds. Bushy had graduated from OU in December with a degree in communication. In addition to calling the games, he's also working with event operations at Lloyd Noble Center. And we'll have more baseball news for you when we interview Matt Oversee. Back to you, Jessica.
Thanks, Lauren. All right, it's time to continue our position breakdowns, and we pick it up with running back, the only position that the Sooners didn't lose any key contributors coming off this season. A number of playmakers returning, including starter Damian Williams.
Well, yeah, Oklahoma has a huge, 5 running backs into it. Damian Williams, 905 yards last year, 5.7 yards per carry. Another guy who can do it, though, Alex Ross, red-shirted. He's a big guy, 6'1", 218 pounds. He can run over you. He's a very mean runner. And when he gets in the open field, the guy just flies.
And, Tim, how many touches would you like to see? How many more touches would you like to see Trey Miller get?
Well, Trey Miller, the coaches can't say enough about this guy. Bob Stoops is raving about him, saying he's going to have a big 2013 already. The stuff he does may not show up on the stat sheet as much, getting guys the ball, but he's a freak athlete. And there was talk of him even playing both sides of the ball this year at fullback and linebacker. He's going to give you 100% every time he's out there.
I would like to see him playing linebacker. I don't know about you guys.
Don't
forget about senior running back Roy Finch as well.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of guys.
Good job, guys. Coming up right after this, Matt Oversee is going to join us for a live in-studio interview. And you're not going to want to miss this fresh quest for victory we've got lined up for him. We'll be right back right after this.
We're going to ask you some tough questions. Are you ready?
Maybe hard?
They're going to be tough. Can you handle it?
Yeah, I can handle it.
Just talk a lot. Just keep talking. Tell me what you do today. What'd you do today?
Went to class. Didn't do much. I played a little golf. Probably shouldn't tell coach that, but hopefully that didn't.
Is putting up numbers that we haven't seen since Garrett Buechele. We've said it multiple times tonight, but that 19-game hitting streak is 6th in program history. By the way, longest in Sonny Galloway era is 22. Matt Oversee is here. He's with Tim and Matthew.
First of all, thank you very much for joining us here on Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks for having me.
Now, as Jessica was just saying, you're on fire right now, but baseball is a game of up and downs. At any point, a slump could come. How do you stay even keel even when you're on fire in a slump?
Well, I've been seeing the ball really well, obviously. So, I try to get hit everywhere I can. But I'll hit a hard ball somewhere to shortstop, right field, or anything. And sometimes you have games where you just hit bloopers, and for a hit you might have to run a ball out or something. And I've had a few of those lately, some close calls. So, I'm trying to hang on.
Well, you guys start Big 12 play in here in a couple of weeks. You were preseason #1 in the Big 12. Do you feel any added extra pressure going into conference play?
No, not really. We know that we got some good competition coming in, some good pitchers and good hitters, and I think we have the tools to become #1 in the Big 12. So.
Now, the rotation that you guys have, especially with Overton and Gray, it's really a strong rotation. Does that give you any extra confidence at the plate, knowing that you have those guys that can shut down an offense?
Yeah, it does all the time. They're great pitchers. They're going to come out and throw up a bunch of zeros for us. And we just try to get an early lead for them, you know, to give them the confidence to go out there and pitch, and they're great pitchers. So.
Now, baseball is such a long season. You guys have a game almost every day for 5 or 6 months. How do you keep your body prepared for those games every day?
Well, we play 3 games every weekend, and we get an off day on Monday, so kind of get prepared for the week. And then we try to take ice baths and everything, you know, go see the trainer and stuff, and just have a day off so we can get prepared for the rest of the week.
Now I can see on your shirt it's Oklahoma.
Yeah,
is that how you say it? All right, there you go. So obviously the point is you guys going to Omaha. You know, what do you guys think your guys' chances are? You guys were really thought as kind of a favorite team last year. This year, you know, NCAA World Series.
Well, you know, we had a good team last year. You know, we didn't know where that was going. We had a rough patch in there for a little bit, but we got some new guys in here and stuff, and I think our pitching and our defense is going to get us there.
Now over to the major leagues. You said the New York Mets are your favorite team, but who is your preseason favorite to win the World Series this year?
My preseason favorite, probably the Los Angeles Angels, because you know they got some new players that coming in and stuff. So we'll see how that is.
Yeah, Josh Hamilton just came over. You think he's going to give him a big boost this upcoming year?
I think he's going to do good. Yeah, I think he's going to do great. He's a good hitter.
So if you're a Mets fan, things aren't always very happy, especially for the Yankees.
Yeah, they don't get a bunch of publicity. So.
Yeah, what do the Mets have to do to become relevant in your mind? If you were the general manager running that team right now, what would you be doing?
I'd be getting some hitters in there, if you ask me. You know, they got David Wright. That's probably my favorite player. You know, growing up, I was third base, so he's my favorite player, and they've been my favorite team. So I mean, if I was general manager, I'd offer some pitchers a few bucks to come over and play for us.
Well, you say pitchers. Johan Santana, he's one of the best pitchers for the Mets. You think he has a chance to win the Cy Young this year?
I hope so. I mean, he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite pitchers. You know, I mean, I'm not really a pitcher kind of guy, but he's one of my favorite pitchers, and I think he has a chance.
Excellent.
Jessica?
Yeah, Raymond has a question for you, Matt. Men's gymnast?
Yeah. So do you go anywhere without your shades?
No, not regularly. You know, I usually have them on, you know, when I'm hitting, so. But.
All right, well, Matt, I got a question for you. You're finally healthy, playing some time at first base.
Yeah.
How's it been for you finally getting back out on the field?
It feels really great. I mean, you know, on cold days, we're in the dugout and there's heaters on us and stuff, so I'm really warm in the dugout. And then we go out there. My first home game, I got to play first base. It was really cold outside, so I was just really cold, and it sucked.
Okay, well, it's Fresh Quest for Victory time. Honestly, I don't know what Matthew's what his win-loss percentage is anymore.
Not
I know
good.
he won last week against Buddy in the limbo. But that was only because Buddy is 5 inches taller than you and coming off foot surgery.
In a suit.
Usually you get demolished.
Draw
I think you're
on
going
that
back
one.
to your losing weights tonight. What's the challenge?
All right. Are you familiar with Nerf weapons?
Very familiar.
Okay, good. Then we're going to use this.
Okay.
And we can't walk around with big bats on campus because
Yeah.
people look at you and they call security and stuff. So we have this little guy. So what we're going to do is you're going to have to spin around 10 times, okay? And in that, now, audience, we're going to need some help. You guys have to count to 10. And then when you come to shoot, you have to shoot within 3 seconds. The audience is going to count. It's a quick 3 seconds. Not 3 Mississippi. It's 3 Ohio.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
right,
Make sure
You're
you
first.
cock the gun.
It's back. It's
Let's
back.
go.
Already?
You got to hold it. Yep. Hold.
I gotta
Spin.
hold it?
Go. Spin. Spin. 10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go.
1, 2.
Oh! All right.
You nailed one of our crew members. I think you should
All right, here we go.
apologize.
Hold on, I'm a little dizzy.
All right, here we go.
You all right?
You all right back there?
I'm good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see us press buttons anybody.
Yes.
Woo!
You got this. Come on, you got this.
I don't know where I'm at. All right, you're spinning,
You gotta
man.
go
5
again.
times now. 5
I'm
spins.
counting that.
5
We got
spins so
30
we don't
seconds.
throw
Let's
up.
go.
Okay.
Let's go. We got
5 spins.
All right,
5
ready?
spins.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Done. All right.
There it is.
All
I call it.
It's tied. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I better get back to some.
Oh,
No, it was already moving. It was already moving.
We have your Pursuiter Sports
Do it
Pad
again.
thanks to the
Do it
men's
again.
gymnastics team, Matt Overseas, Isaiah Cousins,
going. Go.
and Alpha
Go.
Kyle Vegas.
Go.
We'll see you next time on Center Sports Pad.
Shoot!